Hello. So we have it all rigged up so I can't like lean in because I don't want to knock the stand down. So it's really, I wanted you to see the cards, but I didn't think this ahead. So anyway, I'm giving you an update with where some of the planets are going to be since it's a full moon coming up on the 29th. So I'm just going to give you some things to look out for this week and some colors to wear for the next 7 days. And we can talk if you would like. You can email me realsimpleearth@yahoo.com and yada yada. Okay, so things that stood out to me this week. Since the moon is entering Scorpio, it enters officially at 3:11 a.m., but it'll be an actual full moon at 8:58 p.m., and that's on the 29th, and that's called a wind moon, W-I-N-D moon. So the moon is in Scorpio 150 degrees to Chiron in Aries at 1:20 a.m. Now, when I'm talking trined or sextile or opposed, when I'm saying something's 150 degrees, it just means that the two signs that they don't like share the same quality or element or gender. So things are going to be like frustrating, and it's more like those planets are feeling like they are like what can I say, being pushed or forced to do something or obligated to do something. So when I'm saying and mentioning that, it's just like something's going to be difficult for them to communicate with each other. So it's not like it's just not, it's frustrating is the word I would use if I had to term it up. So the sun is also in Taurus, trine Saturn in Capricorn, and that's at 3:04 a.m. The moon is in Scorpio, 150 degrees again, so that's frustrating. To Venus in Gemini, and that's at 11:32 a.m. This is all on the full moon I'm speaking of on the 29th. Okay, I'm just giving you the full moon references. I'm not doing this for every day. This is just full moon. The moon is also in Scorpio and it's sextile to Saturn in Capricorn, and that's at 4:50 p.m. on the 29th. And the moon's in Scorpio opposed to the sun in Taurus at 5:58 p.m. So you can see why I would try to get like a little weekly, just know where you're at, where you're going, and what can be your gifts and lessons during this next week. All right, so let's just see a week overview now. Although the Scorpio full moon and a Mars-Pluto conjunction have all the ingredients for an intense week, there's also a minor sign change in a sun trine to help balance the load. On Tuesday, April 24th, Venus moves into Gemini, where being smart and flirty becomes the new beautiful for the next 4 weeks. Then there's a short-lived dip on Wednesday, April 25th, when communications turn serious and fear-based as Mercury squares Saturn. But it's the potentially destructive energies of the one-time Mars-Pluto conjunction on Thursday, April 26th, that you really have to watch out for. Because a Mars-Pluto conjunction is the astrological poster child for aggression and violence. This is a week to avoid dark or dangerous people, places, and things. This is not a time to take a bite out of the Big Apple, no matter how good it looks. Mars and Pluto symbolize powerful energies that should be respected and feared. The Scorpio full moon on Sunday, April 29th carries a similar energy, but is focused more on healing and transformation. The Scorpio full moon is the best time of the year to clean out your closets, physical as well as emotional and psychological, and recycle what you no longer need. A positive Sun-Saturn trine to this full moon also makes it a good time to look deeply, plan carefully, and get a lot of work done. I don't have my glasses. Sorry, guys. I wrote all this stuff like everywhere. It takes a long time to write this stuff out. So I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of what colors you should wear for this week ahead, okay? So on Monday, and that's a whole nother thing. If you want to ask how I figure this out or why, there's like all kinds of information that can help you figure this stuff out. And when I say you have to wear these clothes, I don't mean wear the whole outfit. Just put an undergarment on or a handkerchief in your pocket. You just want to have that vibration of this color close to you. So on Monday, silver. Tuesday the 24th, red. Wednesday the 25th, yellow. Thursday the 26th, turquoise. Friday the 27th, white. Saturday the 28th, indigo. Sunday, the full moon, orange. And remember, the full moon comes at 8:58 p.m. So if you're going to put water out the night before or the day after, that would be fine too. What else do I want to say? What else did I learn this week? That's it. So I'm just going to pull a couple cards. Where's our overall energy, where we're at right now? What might pop up for any of us this week as a lesson or an obstacle? And then I'll pull a card, what's the gift or a blessing? Which I never say that word because be less, I don't get that. So we're just going to use this deck. I just love this deck. I edged it. I'm pulling out all my decks. I like rearranged everything. And this deck is the Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies. And I might pull a card from this. Trust your vibe. We're just going to keep it simple. I don't want to do big, long tarot readings and tableaus. I just want to keep it simple, okay? All right, so let's see. Right now we're going to put what's the overall energy. And I put this intent for anyone watching. So by the law of attraction, if you're thinking a question to yourself, or it's meant for you if you're seeing it. All right. So what's the overall theme for this week ahead? We're listening to Ancient Healing Frequencies, 528 Hertz. Okay, this is it. Evening Dreams. You possess the power to do much when you work in truth. So the overall theme this week for anyone watching, is it in? I can't see because you're all rigged up. Well, we'll know when I play it back. Is Evening Dreams. When I first look at this card, I think dream journal. My dreams have been so intense lately, especially with this wind moon coming up. I would maybe use a dream journal or just a pen and paper. It doesn't have to actually be a journal. Just something close to you that you can write down words, or if you can remember a symbol. Remember, before you go to sleep, you can set an intent that if your spirit guides or whoever you work with, when they contact you, or because you know when you go to sleep, that's just this body is actually physically asleep, so the soul can finally escape. Because the soul, which is aka the name of the sun, our sun in Spanish is called soul. So what is the soul in our body? The soul never sleeps. Our sun never sleeps. So when these bodies finally go to sleep, the soul can get out and do what it needs to do and do whatever it's doing. So anyway, you possess the power to do much when you work in truth. So that's the overall theme. So let's see if what obstacle pops up. I feel like this is it. The Blueberry Fairy. Mistakes can happen at any time, and this is how we learn. Forgive yourself and then move on with the lessons learned. So we'll get a clarifier. So our obstacle is maybe for some of us, it's hard for us to forgive ourselves and just actually move on with the lessons learned. Because anything happens in your life, nothing is good or bad. That's just how we perceive things. Okay, nothing is good or bad. It's just how we perceive things. That's how we're conditioned to see things, good or bad. And that's not the case. Because I could stub my toe and I could be mad as heck. Or I can be glad I even have a foot that I can stub. There's many people in wheelchairs who don't even have feet or toes. You can lose your keys and be mad as heck. Or you can be glad, wow, I have keys to a car, so when I find them, I can still go. It's just how you perceive things that are happening. So to me, I feel like some obstacles for some of us is we have to learn to forgive ourselves. And then just move on with the lessons that we actually are learning. Because we signed up for everything we're going through. All for soul growth purposes. I don't feel like I need a clarifier. I feel like that's clear enough. Let's see the lesson. The gift we're going to receive. What's the gift to help us through this week? Water Lily Fairy. Stop taking directions from others that are not right for you. Gather your thoughts and start to walk on your own path. This is a perfect card. I have these things I printed out and I put in all my bathrooms. Well, I only have 2 bathrooms, 2.5. So I'll show you it. And it reminds me of this. Oh, my hand's blocking it with the shadow. So our our gift card from the universe for this week is gather your own thoughts and start to walk your own pathway. You could read all these books. I read all these books because it's a difference from searching to researching. Something might come up in your dream. You might hear it on a song that day, and you might drive down the street and see it on a billboard. Just one word that stands out. Okay, so now you might watch a video or Google something about it. Or You might go to the library and find a book about the same topic. That's research. That means stop searching. We just gave you the sign from the universe. Are you receptive enough to receive it? And then research. Okay? So stop taking directions from others that are not right for you. Truth is only true when it's true to you. Dr. Dilbert Blair. I love him. So stop taking directions from others that are not right for you. Gather your thoughts and start to walk your own path. Let me show you something. That's what I was going to do. It's the best sign ever. Learn from everyone. Follow no one. Look how dusty this is for my bathroom. Do you see that? Learn from everyone and follow no one. Okay? So we'll just recap real quick. The overall theme for this week is, since we do have a full moon coming up in Scorpio, and that's all about manifesting, that we put out for the new moon when I just did that reading. You possess the power to do much when you work in truth. Okay? This is our overall theme. So literally, you don't have to work at all. Just be. I would set intentions this week. Just keep it simple, just to see what pops up in your dreams. Our obstacle is we need to learn to forgive ourselves and then move on with the lessons we're actually learning. Not have pity parties. Why does this? Just actually forgive yourself and then move on with the lessons. Mistakes happen at any time. That's how you learn. Thank you, Bluebell Fairy. If you can see it. Sorry, guys. I only have this little time space. And our gift from the universe for this week to help us through all this. Stop taking directions from others that are not right for you. Gather your thoughts and start to walk your own pathway. I love this deck. I'm pulling out all my decks because I'm doing reviews still. I just haven't started them back up. All right, let me just do a Trust Your Vibe card for overall weekly. Look what I did on this deck. I edged it orange. It's so pretty. This is a Trust Your Vibe. So let's see. Oh, this one. Yep. Make a note of it. So we'll go back to the overall theme. Dream journal. Make a note of it. If you see the number in the corner, 34, which is 7. 7 reminds me of like your spiritual journey. Going within. Seeking. Okay? So I just wanted to pop in and do a quick overall of this week ahead. So, you know, truth is only true when it's true to you. So gone for now, not forever.